So welcome back to Finnegan's Farm and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Bit of a relaxing morning here. It's absolutely bucketing, well, it bucketed rain last night. So
2 inches actually.
Yeah, it's a Saturday morning here, and myself and John said, I think we'll take the morning off, will we?
Yeah,
we won't go to the pub now, Rat.
No.
Yeah, we're going to have
a few little things to do.
It's a great catch up. So just a quick catch up actually on what's been going on the last couple of weeks. Now, we have been cutting beans this last, well, we didn't do anything last week, but the previous week there we were cutting a few beans. We still have a bit to cut. I don't know when we're going to get them cut now.
No, not now anyway, I don't know.
No, so...
well, they're talking about some dry next week, but...
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So we'll have to... there's been an amount of sowing done, so all the sowing is up to date. Yeah, John was out ploughing last week. We kind of ploughed after the beans, didn't sow all of the field, don't know whether we done right or wrong, got caught anyway, but that's generally... If you don't start, you won't finish. Yeah, so what has to be going on? We will catch up with Jack there. Jack is up on the cattle farm, and I know he's all the cattle in at this stage. So we'll get the boys to go up do a quick interview with Jack. Anything else that's been on?
No, just the yard now. We're doing a lot of things around the yard here, and
so a bit of yard maintenance going on.
Yeah, keep things right.
Obviously, then time of year where the Brussels sprouts kick into action.
Few been done at the minute.
Yeah, we've been at that. We're just not overly busy at them yet, but we will be at that. So we get a bit of footage of that as we go along.
Yeah,
so you'll be on that job, will you?
I don't know.
You generally get the hauling up and down the handy end of it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Absolutely, this stage.
This stage of my life now.
Yeah. No. So, that's really all that's going on. It has been busy, and it probably has calmed a little bit now.
Yeah, it has been very busy.
We've still plenty of jobs to do, don't we?
We've plenty to do. We'll never be short of work.
Yeah, I think Darren was out yesterday spraying the LC rape.
Yeah, he sprayed a bit of rape there, and it's good. He said it was good, actually.
Yeah, all the crops look actually very good at the minute.
Rape looks very well.
A little bit of slug damage here and there in places, so if anyone has card, just to keep an eye out on that.
We had to put out pellets again there, so in patches.
In patches, yeah. So the Jimmy was doing a bit on that job.
Yeah.
So really that's it. We'll catch up with Jack and a little bit of footage there of the beans as we went along. So another thing then we've also harvested is our beetroot.
Yeah.
And to be fair, this year now it was very good.
Very good. Yeah, it came out very well. Like,
Yeah.
so they were clean and.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the conditions were an awful lot better than this time last year. Again, all our spuds are dug as probably everyone has at this stage. And then we went on to a beetroot and we harvested beetroot. We have them all stored, box stored, and in the store there now, and they look good. So we're delighted with that. We have a few jobs to do in the harvest, or on a little bit of maintenance on that. And then after that,
a few rollers to be recovered.
Few rollers to be recovered, but that's general maintenance as we go through most things with machinery, isn't it?
Yeah, our tracks are good too, and this year the ride wasn't as hard on them.
Yeah, it wasn't a tough year. So that's really it now. We'll catch up again maybe hopefully next week.
Started as a whisper, message from a new world I'd never known. Something about it felt like it'd been waiting my whole life. Is this so? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony?
So, you're very welcome back. Fishing cycle has started again. Winter is in full swing. We got away lightly so far, and a lot of farmers will know that. It's the 21st of November now, and a lot of cattle probably would have went in either this week or last week. We actually brought the last in on Monday. Absolutely exceptional. Cattle overall, they actually done more of a thrive in the past 2 months probably than they did all summer. It was a tricky enough summer, it was poor growing conditions, and then we got a back end that made up for it all, so we can't complain. So we're back here in Mooney's shed. We've this shed full of in-calf heifers. There's 40 in-calf heifers here, and there's a handful of cows. There's 2 or 3 cows. I just didn't want them on the slat, so they have a nice straw bed here. So myself and Andrew's on the camera. We're going to go through them here now and talk a bit about them. We mightn't just get up to the other yard today, but we'll have a fair stab at it. So if you come around here, Andrew, all these heifers are getting is hay, good quality hay. All they need is a bit of roughage. I want to take a bit of condition off them. And they're also getting a good heifer grower nut here in this bunker. It's to just put a bit of size to them. It's the nut won't be put in the calf. It's to get the heifer to be able to grow in order that she's able to calve. Like, see, these heifers would have come in, these were the first in, probably in a month now, and they were very small coming in, but since they got on the nut and a bit of roughage, they're growing up. I don't want them to grow out, I want them to grow up. So I'm pleased with how that's going. So they're getting 9 kilos of that nut per 5 head a day. So it probably working out probably not far off 2 kilos a head. And a bit of roughage and put a bit of hunger on them, because as you can see here, there's some flesh on them. They're probably about 8 weeks to 12 weeks away from calving, the first of them. There's a handful of them carrying to AI, good Limousin Bull, EBY and Nell, and there's a couple carrying to Parafor proper. So calving will be interesting this year. It'll be interesting to see. Be looking forward to it. The only reason we went for AI because it was last spring. It was the month of May until we were turning out some of our cows, and we were way behind in breeding, so we'd no choice but to pick a handful of heifers out and a handful of cows and put them up to crush and AI them. So we'll get in through them here and we'll have a look at them from behind. Right, so we're just in here behind them. This is actually spring barley straw they're bedded on. That went through the straw chopper. Absolutely exceptional quality straw about the place this year. Thank God. Last few summers were tricky. Very little spring barley in, it was mainly winter barley, but last year, due to the bad back end in 2023, the predominantly was this main crop of spring barley, and great straw off it, I must say. So these are the heifers from behind. A lot of them, 4 and 5 star heifers there, they're in that genomic scheme, so well bred, good breeding there. We will have a handful for sale. Max probably 10 or 15 because I want to keep the bloodline that I have going. But we will have a few for sale for anyone who's in the market. We'll also probably have a handful of maiden heifers for sale as well in probably February, March. But for the minute now, we're just going to keep calm and keep them the way they're going. So we'll go in here behind them across the pens and have a good look at them. Right, so as you can see, there's a few of them starting to make bits of elders already, so you just want to keep on top of them there. And look, as I said, they're not calved. They won't be calved until January, February, but still, just keep on top of them and keep monitoring their health and their pregnancy, and you'll not be far off. This is a good example of a good heifer here. Well, what I'd look for in a heifer anyway. As you can see, she's a good lengthy heifer. Good, powerful to her. She's not too slopey behind. As you can see, that heifer there, I wouldn't be mad at her. She's too fatty at the tail. Whereas a couple of them heifers there, they've good high tails and they'll be good calvers. Yeah, so what you want a good, long, lengthy, powerful heifer. Nice, cute head, 4 good spins, and obviously a good temperament too. You don't want them overfed. A couple of these you could say, like that heifer there, she's way too overfed, but all they were on all summer was rough ground, rough boggy ground, and they weren't even getting feeding out. It's just, that's the nature of the stabiliser. They'll be very like the Angus, they do carry a lot of flesh. So that's the aim of the game, is to try to take it off them now. It's probably one of my favourite heifers that I've bred so far. So there's actually more Limousin in her than there is stabiliser, and if you see, come around the back here, Andrew, lovely head, lovely good curly hair, good high tail, a sign of a good breeding cow. Lovely temperament. Her mother's a great cow. Her mother's still on the farm. She's breeding probably not our best calf, but she's breeding super calves every year, year after year. She never disappoints. So please God, hope for a heifer calf out of her and keep breeding off the best stock. So this pen here, they're all carrying to AI. They're all 5-star heifers, and they were probably 5 best heifers I picked out when we were doing it at the time. So these are calving a bit later. These won't be calving until around March or April. All to a good, easy calving Limousin bull. So it's just, look, it's something we had to do. If we were to hold fire last spring, we would have been way behind. We wouldn't be calving until April or May, just to do with the weather and everything. So this is probably the oldest heifer in it. As you can see, she's a bit more size to her, and she's very heavy. She's the first due to calve on the docket anyway, the AI. Yeah, they do that. They fight and they be acting the maggot with one another there, especially after bedding. They be buck-lepping and everything. But there's one thing about them: they have a lovely temperament, loveliest animals to work with, and they're clean. They'll be vaccinated probably about 8 weeks before calving with the rotocorona. They were done for IBR and BVD a while ago, so it's all they need. They don't need a fluke dose. There's a couple of the Wainlands there. I need to get a fluke and a wormer into them, but adult cattle generally don't need it once they've gotten it as Wainlands. So just your usual daily checks. Look for a good healthy snout, good eye on them. You don't want to see the eyes down on their head. And overall, look, you'll have a fair idea when if one's not coming for nuts or something not wrong, because these hers would roar the place down looking for nuts. So they do. But yeah, no, that's all. That's all we have here in this shed. So we'll go up to the other place now. If we get up today, we get up today, and if not, we'll have to get up there next week and get things rolling, okay?
Right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear every sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like I've been
That's it from Finnegan's Farm. Me and John B here. We're just going to take it easy now for the rest of the day. Put the feet up. Fire is on.
No, we won't put the feet up yet. We've a few little
jobs to do. Yeah. So we're here at Finnegan's Farm. We'll talk to you all next week.